all that shit about Greg, he'll be able to hear this now.
Yeah, he's probably watching. Oh, I can't record, but I'm gonna watch.
I don't think he has an internet connection.
That's a lie. Everybody has an internet connection.
I mean, he wouldn't even respond to our tweets.
That's true. But that's what a phone's for.
Or he's just like, he's using the fact that he doesn't have a home right now
As
to
an
like
excuse.
to its fullest potential. He's like, finally, I could
I don't have a
I
home,
can get away from them.
but I'm in Florida, so suck it.
Whatever, man. The show must go on. Greg
No.
isn't the only host of Mupx.
He's not even gonna be on for his own pick.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I revoke it.
He won't
I
even
have
be able
to
to
watch something else
Who
in the
is
span
he?
of like.
Alex O'Neill pulling that kind of shit? What a twat. Am I right, guys?
Oh,
All right. How does
God.
Greg do this?
I don't
Hello,
know.
Internet. I'm pretty sure is his go-to move.
Yeah, but I'm not.
He
Do I
starts-
look like a Greg to you?
He starts with dicks.
Just dicks. Then
Yeah,
just
that's the
start-
way to start.
I don't even know how to start. How do you start?
I got this.
Okay.
Chill. Just Netflix and chill. Okay.
We will later.
Hello.
Dicks!
No. I knew it was coming.
Well, that's why we keep going, because that's where Greg would just
No,
stop and do it
we
again.
stop. We stop and make it perfect for him.
Wait till next episode.
For our
I mean,
fearless leader.
He's gonna have to edit it.
Exactly. Oh God, heaven forbid. I showed Greg how to really edit a podcast recently. He's like, "Man, my life is gonna be so much easier now." I'm like, "Yeah, welcome to the big leagues, motherfucker." Been doing this for 5 years. Catch up, Greg. You fuck. All right. Hello, Internet. This is Malicious Underground Podcast X, and I am your host today. My name is Alex O'Neill, and this is gonna be a fucking train wreck. We're going right into it. With me, I have the sourpuss, Mr. Nap.
I forgot. I have Skype on. That's actually gonna be eating into internet. I should
Great,
turn
great.
that off.
Nap, I can see you're really committed to this show without Greg. And also joining us is my special little Delilah, Justin Graffius.
oh, pitiful shadow lost in the darkness, bringing torment and pain to others. Oh, damn soul wallowing in your sin. Perhaps it is time to die. Die.
For those of you who can't see Justin like I can right now, he was very clearly reading a script.
I was not reading anything. I don't know about you.
Then again, this whole show is like pre-written.
Yep, we wrote everything out, exactly what we're going to say.
Including
Even
what I'm
this
saying.
part right here that I'm reading out right now.
Yeah, so
Exactly.
Mupx is maybe like the most work goes into this podcast of maybe any other podcast on the internet. What I'm saying is I'm calling you out, Mark Maron. That's right. #1 podcast on iTunes. More like not. Oh shit!
Oh, you got him, Alex. Man, if only he was listening to the podcast to hear
Yeah, he
your
would-
great insult.
He would be able to appreciate all the scripting that we have to go. Yeah, Greg's not here.
What?
The setting up a day to record this podcast has been like
Hell?
it's been the usual Mupx series
Yeah.
of
Greg
Yeah.
got sent to hell, guys. Sorry to break it to you.
it's bad news.
I'm
Greg's-
sorry, guys. I pulled the red thread.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
for all
I
intents
can't
and
handle it
purposes,
anymore.
Greg's dead. Like he's dead to me at the very least. That fucker. No, Greg moved. We talked about it. I mean, we've been talking about it. He moved finally. I threw him a going away party, and then him and I were way too hungover to do anything responsible, which was the morning that we were supposed to record Mupx.
You
I went
chose the
in
day
October, right?
before recording to do it.
I went into that weekend knowing that we weren't going to record Mupx, but no one else did.
God damn it.
If I was there, you bet your asses you guys would have been up and ready to record. I would have been sitting there like, come on, guys, let's record.
Oh,
I'd
we
just been
were
sitting back.
we were awake.
Okay.
Kind of.
Kind of.
There was just a lot of terrible things going on inside of our bodies. Now you would have been way too hungover, Justin. I would have gotten you fucking shit
No, you
faced.
wouldn't have. No, I would have been a good boy. Maybe.
Uh-huh. Nope.
Maybe.
Yeah,
I
just
would have
like all
gotten
the other times, huh?
I would have gotten that Game of Thrones beer, and I would have been set for the night.
You threw up again at Extra Life.
That was because, oh my god, that beer kicked my ass.
Whatever your excuse is, buddy. Whatever helps you sleep at night.
How much percentage was in that beer again?
Well,
I don't even remember.
10, maybe 11.
I thought it was more. I thought that thing had like a fuck ton.
It's between 10 and 12, I think. It was in that
Okay.
range. We still have one left in my refrigerator. Extra Life happened between last time we recorded and this.
Yep, even in October, it still happened, right?
I saw Justin physically.
Physically and mentally.
I'm not going to try and fool anyone into believing that this is recorded in October when it's currently
Happy Halloween, everybody!
almost the end of November.
It's Halloween
It's our October episode. You
and
know,
stuff.
celebrate.
The leaves are falling still. And candy galore. I don't know what turkey tasted like yet. I can't wait.
My roommates ate all of the candy that we were supposed to give away to children because they're
Oops.
fucking animals.
Jerks.
So, yeah. All right. Well, Greg's not here, so don't expect much. No, I'm just kidding. Expect this to be. I know it's gonna be weird, but this podcast is gonna be hosted by someone who actually likes anime. So,
What are you talking about?
I just don't watch it.
You
Greg's
still
like-
watch it.
He's the opposite, of the whole spectrum. He hates anime. I don't even know why he watches it, but he watches a whole bunch of it. All right, so let's talk about anime. I'm trying to think of anything specific that's gone up. Just stay tuned. We're working on catching up right now. By the end of the year, hopefully we'll be all caught up.
You know what you guys should watch that's not really anime related? Alex Plays Sly Cooper 2.
Yeah,
Band of Thieves.
that'll probably
Right
be
now on
done
YouTube.
by the time this episode goes up.
Could be, so you can watch it all in one sitting. There you
No,
go.
I mean, this is episode 30. I believe episode 28 is available for me to put up right now. So, 29 should be up soon, and then 30 will go up in a reasonable amount of time. So, especially since Greg's going to have a lot of time, not
Yeah, now
living
he's
at home.
Sipping drinks and drinking
Sipping
martinis
pina
and
coladas and living on the beach.
asshole.
Watching nothing but porn. All right, let's talk about anime. I will go first since I haven't been watching much. And because I said I'm in control right now. I have the reins. I didn't watch any of the anime I was supposed to watch for this show,
Damn it, Alex.
but I did watch some One Punch Man.
Oh, I thought you were going to say free finally.
I finally let myself loose. A friend of the show, Joseph Fate, visited from Florida. He was up here and he told me I needed to watch One Punch Man. And since he isn't one of the cynical assholes on this show, I actually believed him.
You should have watched it. I still need to watch it.
So I watched the first 2 episodes with him. I think I watched the third one. No, I haven't gotten to it yet. But I think they're like on episode 9 now, so I'm not too far behind. I don't want to like catch up and run out because it's really, really good. I was talking to Greg a little bit about it. Last chance I got to talk to him. It's it is exactly what it purported itself to be. We talked a bit about it last episode of like it's a guy who can win any fight with one punch. Like he can literally kill anything with one punch. Like he has never not had that problem. He's never had a performance problem, which makes me wonder if like the end of the season will be like a 2-punch person. Like he needs to hit something twice.
Or he needs to punch him and then flick him. Not quite a punch, but like an extra little bit to it.
Yeah,
Just to make it through.
like the bigger he's done that also, by the way, already in the first couple episodes.
Beautiful.
the bigger like draw of the show isn't that, you know, it's like a superhero show. It's actually like a really smart satire on everything superhero. Um, like, you know, they play up a lot of the tropes of this is what superheroes are and supers are, and like you get all these villains that just show up and they like trying to explain their tragic backstory as to why they became twisted by society and became evil. And like the main dude just doesn't give a shit. He just like just you know one punch and then they explode in a pile of guts. Um, but
Is,
oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, are they high quality guts?
Yes,
Do the guts look good?
it's very cool. Like the show has a cool style of like when shit like feels like it's getting strained out, like the new kind of anime style that you're used to seeing and everything kind of straightens and strains itself out until it looks like it's hand drawn.
Hmm.
It's a really clever visually, and it's like such a subtle change over time that you don't even know how you get to the like the colored pencil look to it. It's really cool. So like when shit gets really really crazy, that happens. It is kind of like Naruto a little bit in that regard. Like you know the action is kind of similar, but it's a very like it's very well choreographed. Like you know there's some scenes like you know real or otherwise that you view and it's you know it's just the way the screen area is used is really really clever. So and it looks really good. There's definitely no shortage of quality in those first few episodes.
Hmm.
Um, it is cool because basically, you know, to make up for the fact that the hero has like no flaws physically, they introduce like his apprentice, and he is like he's an android or a synthetic. I don't know. He's a robot guy, um, and he can't beat things with one punch. So you know, when he's fighting, it's actually a little bit more interesting because like there are more stakes. But he's really cool as well and very funny. It's all very very funny. I will
Well, I
say,
bet.
uh, God damn it, Justin, you just like cut
Yes.
me and then just derailed me. Now,
Yep.
what was I gonna
Good.
say?
Take
Um,
me out with one punch, Alex. Come
the
on.
yeah the so the character like like one of my favorite parts about it is like you know everybody has an origin story, right, which is you know a running joke that they make fun of consistently. It's a world full of superheroes and super villains. I didn't know that. So like you know you have to register to become a superhero and all this stuff. You have to go through like these like physical tests so that they know what your superpower is. And this dude you know, he was just like a normal Japanese businessman. Like that's the whole thing. And, you know, he gets attacked by a villain who's trying to hurt this kid, so he tries to protect him and he beats him. And he's like, I'm going to become like fuck work. I'm gonna become a hero. And he just like quote unquote trains for 3 years and then he's the strongest, fastest, most powerful living creature in the entire world. Like no question about it. And it's like they don't at all elaborate on trains for 3 years or you know, they might in the future or like what makes him so special because there's literally nothing special about him. So it's just like it's ridiculous and I love it.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Um
have to check it out. I wanted to check it out. I've seen the manga pop up here and there that I could read, and kind of want to jump on it. But it's like, where do I start? Minus the anime.
yeah. I mean, it's well paced, so like if you watch the show, you know, it does just kind of like jump right into it. Um, again, I can't speak to how true it is to the manga, like whatever, fucking reading nerds books. Ugh, no, I'm just kidding. Um, but I don't know, it seems cool. The shtick of the show, right? Like the gimmick of it is still fresh for me, and I don't
Hmm.
know if that's gonna wear off at some point. It might, so we'll see. Although I keep hearing good things, so like I said, we'll see. Um, I think I did watch something else, but it's been like a long time since we recorded last, so I
Hell
don't.
girl.
It was Skullgirls, the video game.
That's close.
If I remember it, I'll bring it up. Who
All
wants to
right.
talk about anime next and readings and whatnot? Thanks for volunteering,
Nap.
Mr. Knapp.
I can be quick.
I can try.
Basically, all I uh, want to talk about for October was that I watched the new Dragon Ball Z movie when it came out, and yeah, Resurrection F, and it's really great. I love it. Like it was basically broken down pretty quickly into the first part, just any exposition needed to get Frieza back, and then everyone except Frieza fighting, and then Frieza fighting until he gets beaten. Spoilers.
What?
No. Yeah, right. Like, ooh, shit,
So
man.
Didn't see
yeah,
that coming.
pretty standardly paced kind of movie. Uh, but it was pretty enjoyable, and it follows a lot more to the manga because it shows Frieza in Hell, the manga version, not the anime version, because there's actually a pretty big difference in the way Hell was depicted.
I didn't know that.
Because yeah, they went too fast in the anime, so they just made up a Hell.
Mm-hmm.
Like that whole Snake Way isn't part of the manga continuity.
Wow.
Boo.
And yeah, basically the manga Hell is being tied up in a tree, unable to move, being harassed by cute little things that are references to other works of Akira Toriyama.
Huh.
Okay. I want to get stabbed by
And
a cute little kitty.
that was basically Frieza's Hell. Like that's all he was stuck doing. But yeah, so like it basically just didn't acknowledge Snake Way at all. But or Home for Infinite Losers.
Oh, Home for
No,
Infinite
I miss
Losers is
that
pretty
place.
funny though.
But yeah, it was pretty cool. Like just having Frieza again, excuses be damned. Like it was, and then like there was one song that really stuck out in my head. Just that song of Frieza coming back. Like it just played his theme song in English for some reason, regardless of what language you're listening to. It's just like it's Frieza, Frieza, dun 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 dun. Dun. Like I don't know, just I fucking love that song.
Yeah, no, I know exactly what
Like
you're talking about.
yeah,
Is it as good as Vegeta dancing and singing and all that good stuff in the last movie?
it
He did that,
doesn't
right?
surpass Bingo,
Okay, there
but
you
it
go.
tries.
It tries. The
But
bingo's pretty good, so
yeah, it's like just a good little nod to everything, and like even has a little bit of time of everyone except the main characters fighting. Like during that part where Frieza doesn't fight, like you got some good moments for Krillin and Gohan and some of the others. I mean, hell, even Krillin got to fight, and some characters which I'm assuming are brand new, like this cop person,
mhm.
which they act like they've known each other all this time. So I don't know, maybe it's from the manga continuity, or they're just pretending they knew each other, even though he exists only in this movie. I
Mhm.
don't know,
Who knows, man?
but
The
like,
world
yeah,
may never know.
this alien cop, which will probably get explained better in the TV show.
Yeah. Have you been watching Dragon Ball Super?
Nope.
Okay.
I will eventually. I don't know when.
Okay. That's fair.
But
Nabashan's been watching it, so he's been talking about it on the Rational Passions podcast. Another
how far
podcast.
is that show so far?
Uh I'm not sure like exactly like what an episode number is. Like I know they're at a part where Vegeta is training to fight Frieza, I believe.
Oh, so it's like probably the early parts of the Resurrection F movie.
Yeah, they went pre, during, after the first movie, Battle of Gods, and now they're pre Resurrection F. So
Oh, okay, because yeah, they just kind of like dump Vegeta and Goku in the training ground and say like we've been there for a while, and that's the explanation for that.
Yeah, they're elaborating on that.
I was
So
Yeah.
gonna say, please tell me there's a decent reason why Frieza has a new, better, crazy gold form,
Oh,
or is it
that.
something stupid?
Basically, he never trained a day in his life, so for the movie, he actually trained and he got that form.
yeah, Dragon Ball.
Yay!
Like, yeah, that's the explanation.
Cool. I like it.
Wow. So what you're saying is Cooler will probably be like 10 times or 1,000 times better than Frieza because Cooler's just, well,
He will
cooler.
well cooler.
Well, they'd have to do Resurrection FGT for that.
No, that's a Dragon Ball Z thing, man. But hey, they should bring back Cooler because he was
That dude, like,
better.
they should bring
Because
back.
he was cooler?
Yep. I already made that joke. I don't want to do it twice.
Stop it! I don't want to hear it anymore. Uh, they should bring back Cooler as much as they should bring back Broly. Like,
Okay, no.
which is to say, no.
No, yes to Cooler, no to Broly. It's already been 3 times, and the second time was already way too much. Third
Well,
time,
the
Jesus, no.
third one was just fucking awful.
The third one was a goddamn train wreck.
Oh god, it was bad.
I'm a goop monster. Yeah.
I don't want to talk about this anymore.
And got
anything else?
beaten by some of the weakest pieces of shit.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to say about the DBZ movie?
Oh, I just loved it, and they don't really explain too much of beyond Super Saiyan God mode. I don't even know the official name.
Super Saiyan God, right?
I don't know. They don't say it in the movie,
Yeah.
and I haven't looked up a wiki or anything saying it.
I
It's
thought
supposed
they
to be
said.
it's supposed to be a stupid long name.
No,
Yeah.
'cause I was gonna say, because in the first movie, that Battle of the Gods is like literally, oh, it's Super Saiyan God. Okay, okay, cool. It's a great name, and somehow this is better than Super Saiyan 4, but whatever.
Somehow this is better than Bio Broly?
Well, Bio Broly is the best. Let's be honest here, guys.
Well, I
Oh
mean,
my god.
yeah.
But yeah, it was just nice and good and blah de blah and done. But
Cool.
something else I wanted to bring up was a short little show. It's like a 3-minute episode kind of show called Bikini Warriors. You can probably guess what the characters look like.
They're wearing full clothing.
Full-length
They,
pants and turtlenecks.
They don't know how to fight, and that's all they got.
This is why you can't make these jokes around us. No.
So yeah, it's basically a simple little show about well, plenty of fan service, but also it like basically takes little jabs at like the RPG genre, and like just has episodes something like going on a quest for a mayor of a town to get a key to do shit, and they go on this quest, and then he says like, "Oh, I'll give it to you, but first you have to do this for me, and then you have to walk my dog, and then you have to blah de blah
Yeah,
until they
the
do
never-ending fetch
everything."
quest.
They go back to him and says, "Oh yes, you did everything, and now the reward is in your hearts." You know, just
Oh,
really stupid shit like that. Like they know the RPG genre so fucking well in these episodes. Like they do lots of little jokes like that. Like or also like this episode of the treasure chest of like going through a dungeon and they ran out of items, so they need to pick one up from the treasure chest because they don't want to go back to town and heal. And so like they go into a treasure chest, more monsters.
Of
They
course.
go to the next treasure chest, it explodes. You know, they go to another treasure chest, and you know they just like for being a short show, like they really squeeze out the jokes a lot. Like they like take what little time they have and just make a lot of different jokes that any like RPG fan is gonna know and identify with and just laugh at.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
But it also has plenty of boobs.
What? In Bikini Warriors? I
As you
don't
might
believe you.
expect from a show called Bikini Warriors.
But yeah, I totally give this show a thumbs up. It like it, I just expected stupid fan service, and I got humor.
All right, cool. Is that all you've
But
been watching?
yeah, that's all I want to bring up.
Okay. What else you got on your list? Any manjas, videos,
Not
games?
anything to bring up.
Okay.
I'd rather just skip.
Okay. All right, Justin.
I'm ready.
You've had your in-between time.
Yeah, so that's gonna be stretched out 2 episodes wise.
Okay.
So the anime I watched is all like the crazy horror stuff I watched.
Mm-hmm.
Because October, guys, it's Halloween right now. The pumpkins are out. I'm eating pumpkin pie right now. No, I'm not.
No, you're
Yeah.
not. Don't fucking lie to me.
I'm lying to everybody. So one of the animes I watched was Gyo, which is based on the manga that I talked about before, where there's this like uh, kind of like these animal fish creatures that
Mm-hmm.
somehow get legs and start going on to shore and taking over the Japan with like this horrible stench,
Mm-hmm.
which kind of
This
turns.
sounds like what happened like in real life.
Yes, it did, based on the real life adventures of Alex O'Neill.
Yes, based on that time I went to Japan and then a bunch of fish walked out of the ocean and stank it up.
And it just goes from there, and people start going ending up on those mechanical devices, and the fish start dying, and all this other stuff, and it's just based around this stench and these mechanical devices. And the anime doesn't follow the manga very well. It has like the key iconic moments, but they totally flip it around on its head and follow it from the female's point of view instead of the guy's point of view.
Wow.
And there's more characters than are needed, and it's okay. Like compared to the manga, it works. But if you had to choose between the two, especially since the anime is getting harder to find now, definitely go with the manga since they re-released it, or
Okay.
they released it here with both volumes in one.
All right.
The other thing I watched, also based on the manga, which I read like a week after I watched it, is Uzumaki, which is not an anime, it's a live action movie.
It's about Naruto, right?
No, but on it by its name, Uzumaki means spiral. So
Go on.
so the
Wait,
whole
when do we get to the part about Naruto? I don't understand.
hold on, I'll get there, trust me.
Okay, cool.
So the whole story is there's this town that for some reason has this aura about it that makes everybody start to get obsessed with spirals. And it just escalates from one person and then starts going to the whole village.
Mm.
And it's these different stories about how spirals are making certain people go insane. So one of them, he wants to become a spiral, so he puts himself into a washing machine, and his body contorts into a spiral. Another one, she wants to become super popular, so she makes her hair into spirals, and it freaking like hypnotizes everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And she eventually dies by her hair getting wrapped around this phone pole, and her energy just getting drained out of her.
Her energy getting drained out of her?
It's very weird. Like it's not realistic at all. It's very like supernatural, like psychological
Okay.
horror, which is
Okay.
what the guy does.
It feels like you're making excuses, Justin.
I am making excuses, but it's so good. So another one is about a guy that's like always walks to school in the rain, and he comes in one day and he's like all slimy and shit. And all of a sudden he gets a spiral on his back, which turns into a shell, which turns him into a slug, a
All right.
snail.
Okay.
Um,
All right. I feel like
there,
you lost me when a man just randomly turns into a snail.
Another guy. I don't want to keep talking about some of the deaths, but um, it's very interesting. The movie is, again, not as good as the manga, which I could talk about that right now, I guess. I read the manga in one sitting. I think it's 4 volumes, and I just sat there reading it, and it's fantastic. Each chapter tells one of those stories about one of those spirals. Like the snail one is one chapter. Um, the guy that goes into and contorts his body into a spiral. There's like a good amount of stories in there, and then when it starts getting near the end, it starts to all make sense on what's going on. Still in a supernatural way, where like it's something about this town is making everybody do this, and the ending shows what the hell is going on in that town and what, like, not really saying like exactly what, but once you know,
Use your words, Justin.
I don't want to spoil really anything, but in a way, what happens is how to stop everything is to make everybody and everything in the town a spiral.
Make a giant
And
spiral.
yes, and it just ends definitely uniquely.
It sounds really
Um,
satisfying,
it
judging by
is.
your tone.
I mean, it is like I was like, all right, maybe the people are gonna get out of the town because that's the other thing. Nobody can get out of the town. Every time they try to leave, they end up back into the town and like either crash or something like that
So
if
it's
they're
it's kind
on a
of like
car.
your standard small town mystery esque
Yeah,
in that regard.
yeah, but like I said, it's supernatural esque. So once everything starts to make way of kind of what's going on, because like a hurricane comes and this town literally gets destroyed, and there's only a couple houses left, and for some reason those buildings cannot be destroyed.
Mm.
And then when that part starts to take place, it's all of a sudden if you like start walking really fast or you like move your hand in a motion, it literally makes the wind like appear, and you literally make a tornado.
Hell
Um,
yeah. This is like my
so
fantasy, except I don't like the wind, so it's exactly not like my fantasy.
so then it's people dealing with that, and then the fact that these houses are the only places you can go without like creating this wind and without it getting destroyed. So it kind of just goes away from the small town mystery of here's this one person with this spiral incident to the whole town and trying to work a way around it.
Okay.
Um, it's fantastic. It's probably one of my favorite horror things I've ever read or seen. Um, I highly recommend it if you can find it to give it a shot. The
Um,
writer is Junji Ito, for people wondering. Uh,
we've got time, Nep. Don't worry about it.
what is Neptel saying?
Don't.
I'm trying to.
He's sending us secret messages.
Okay.
Quick aside, if I can interrupt you here, because
Yeah.
it's loosely Mupx related. Speaking of my personal fears and things that bother me deeply, have
I know
I
what those are.
have
Munch, munch.
munch munch
So next month's anime is Attack on Titan.
cute. Have either of you played the new Bloodborne DLC? More
No.
Yes, I have.
more geared
Oh,
to
here we
you.
go.
I don't know if you've gotten how far you've gotten into it.
Do you get
I
punched?
will tell you in the November podcast.
Dun
Okay.
dun dun.
There's a creature. I won't be in the November podcast, so there's a
Oh,
creature
that's right.
that well, it can eat you whole, and I was really unhappy when that happened.
Wait, who?
It's later in the DLC, so
I've done almost everything. Like I've been for the bosses.
okay. It's the big shark looking dudes.
He can do that?
If he can grab you,
Oh
which
yeah, he never did that to me.
yeah, which I got swarmed by a bunch of people, And then he grabbed me, and then I was super unhappy with what happened next.
You're just like, nope, done, out, throw the disc out the window, and I'm done.
I out loud yelled, "Oh fuck that!" So suffice to
Beautiful.
say, it has not happened again.
I would hope not. Or I would expect the disc to get thrown or something. You just be like, I'm done, I'm out.
I don't even have a disc version of Bloodborne, so
So
just
you be throwing the digital copy out somehow. Just
that like
PS4, woo!
ruined my whole Tuesday. So you can have that one. All right, back on track, Justin. What other
Um,
anime other than the Uzimaku Budu have you been
oh, I didn't
watching?
say what the Uzumaki part, with the Naruto part.
Yeah,
Just real quick. So one guy actually starts eating Naruto and goes like obsessed, starts just like eating Naruto.
Naruto.
Munch,
Naruto.
munch, munch.
He eats him
Not
whole, huh?
Naruto. Yes, yes, he does. Just for you.
Okay. I'll
Um,
never watch that garbage show. Anyway, moving on.
so then another, Gyo is also Junji Ito, by the way.
Mm,
The other thing I watched is the live action first two movies of Tomie, which is also Junji Ito.
of course. Sounds like we got a fangirl in the house.
Oh, we do. He is like amazing. Like I think he's probably one of the best horror writers I have ever seen.
Okay.
So I'm literally going crazy with his stuff. He even brought out a new manga, and it's not really horror, but it's like he got two cats recently,
Hmm.
so he wrote a manga about the horrors of being a cat owner for the first time, and I can't wait to actually read it.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, and it's actually again, it's not very horror-esque from what I've seen. It's funny, like this is what a cat owner would go through. Um,
Yeah.
but the two movies are Tomie and Tomie Another Face, which, if you don't know what she's about, she is a female, obviously, who can't die. So you can try and kill her, but she won't die. You
Hmm.
can burn her, you can cut her head off, you can do all sorts of things, and she will always come back.
I've
Um,
heard of this movie, I think.
or
In
the
the
manga.
in the scenario where her head gets cut off, does it like regrow?
Yes. And she still talks, she can still look around and all that stuff.
Okay.
Um,
I
yeah.
think I saw a trailer or something of this.
It sounds like a joyous occasion.
Yeah, so, and I mean, that's really the main focus, is that she can't die, and that she always kind of seduces a guy to the point where they want to kill her.
I
Um,
definitely know this movie,
So
yeah.
it's like her fetish.
Not really, it's just that's kind of what she is. And it's like she has like a demon inside her, is kind of what's implied. Um, because when she gets to the point where she wants them to kill her, she kind of like has red eyes and kind of goes all demon on them. Um,
Grar. Demon.
I mean, it's fine. The movies are fine.
Yeah.
I want to read the manga. The problem is, it's like super hard to find. I don't even know if I can find it on other very, very sort of not
Oh
sites.
shit. Oh,
Um,
Justin said it wasn't legal. He's a pirate. All right.
but
No, I'm
I'm
kidding.
like hoping they bring them out here physically, like they've been with the other ones, like Yo and Uzumaki.
Yeah.
Um, because I would like to read it, as well as some of his other work. But that one's like the most popular one, I think, for most people besides Uzumaki, and we didn't get it out here. Um, but it's interesting. Like it's another one of those, one of his movies. Basic
Basic
horror.
bitches.
Yes. And like I was actually joking with a friend on Facebook with messages, because I was watching Uzumaki and then he posted a picture of Tomie, and I'm like, no, no, that is the girlfriend you don't want. Just no, get out of here.
Forget about it. What are you doing?
um,
Well, I mean, she sounds like a lovely girl, and I think we should introduce her to Greg.
oh, definitely. I think they would get along so well. I think
Swimmingly.
the other thing too is if you don't kill her, she's gonna kill you at that point. So
Yeah, but like if you kill her, she'll come back and then she'll kill you, I'm guessing.
like, and that's the thing about it.
That
Like
seems kind of
from what I've seen
pointless.
in the manga and in these movies, they kill her, and then that person, like, you don't see that story with that person again. You just, it goes to another person where she shows up and starts.
Is it implied that she comes back for them or
No, no, it's just, here you go. It's this story with this person. He killed her, and that's it. Um, and then all of a sudden she's back again with another story with this other guy or another girl, or it's it's interesting in that way because like they don't tell you exactly what happens. All you know is that you know she can't die. So when you see her again, you're just like, okay, all right, new story. All right, what's gonna happen next? And then
cool story,
they
bruh?
they killed she killed him this time, and just keeps going on her way. And um,
How many stories were in like the movie?
the first movie, it's just one overall story. Another Face is 4 or 5 stories.
Hmm.
Um, which I don't know. Again, it's hard to know if it's canon.
It's
Um,
a it's none of it's real, Justin. I hate to break it to you. None of
I
it's
know,
canon.
but like compared to the manga, like I won't know unless I read the manga. But in the second movie, it's implied that every time she dies, like another of her gets born. So you kill her, 2. Now there's 2 Tomiyas. You kill both them, there's 4. So she multiplies when she dies. Like that's implied in the second movie, and kind of talked about in that second movie. But I don't know if that's actually the reason why there's so many Tomiyas, and they just show up out of nowhere.
Yep. Well,
Um,
it's starting to sound like my ex-girlfriends. Dun, 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 dun. Uh, that was like such a weird, like terrible joke.
it was.
Um, what else you been watching? Justine.
Now this is actually anime.
Okay.
It's called Kagiwane. It's from the makers of Yamishibai, the anime we watched.
Okay.
Um, it's in that same art style, but like a little bit more detailed. But it's same thing, like 7 minutes or like 5 minutes.
Mm.
Uh, each story is this different creature, like not like totally mythological creatures. Like one of the newer episodes that actually just came out this week in November.
Okay.
It's they're driving. Uh, just the main character and kind of like think their girlfriend are driving, and they go into this tunnel, and all of a sudden these spider creatures start attacking them. He makes it out, and he finds out that he drove into a creature's mouth instead of a mountain like tunnel.
Been there. God, it sucks.
Another one is like a creature that's burrowed under the ground, and it's kind of like this ginormous snake that senses by movement and attacks him. Another is an abominable snowman. But in the same vein as Yamishibai, it's kind of these different stories, but there is this main overarching story with that main character,
Hmm.
um, and these creatures that I'm slowly figuring out.
Okay.
But if you like Yamishibai, yes, check this out. It is, if not better.
That's what I'm more interested in, like the overarching connected tissue than I am in like the moment to moment stuff. Well, I mean that's dependent, but like in a lot of fiction, like a lot of series, if I'm going to invest time in like multiple episodes of one thing, I hope there's like some kind of tying it all together.
Yeah, so if if this helps, the overarching story that I can get from these episodes here and there is that this main character, Bonbai, something like that, I think his name is,
Boo boo.
him and this other character seem to know about these creatures, and one is trying to hunt them down and destroy them. The other is kind of Bamba, the main character, is trying to just figure it out and trying to stop them without like killing them, and just trying to prevent these people from running into him and getting killed by him.
Mm-hmm.
And you're just slowly getting that, like, just here's that one character that's trying to kill him. All of a sudden he showed up and he's burning this house down that this person, this creature is in there now. So it's just trying to figure out what's going on and what the ties are between them and why they don't want to, why the one doesn't want to work with the one.
He's like the G-Man.
Yes.
It's a Half-Life reference for all y'all out there.
In a way, yes.
Yes and no.
Yeah.
All right.
Again, if you like Yamishibai, but with the same style, same art style, and one-off stories, but with like a little bit of here and there of the main story going on,
Yeah.
in each episode, then you'll like it for sure.
I liked Yamishibai. You can listen to us talk about it. 1 year ago now. It was our last October pick, so go check it out. You have some manjas written down here.
Yeah, I'm gonna be quick with all these, obviously.
You
Hopefully.
say that right now, but
So don't
I know
talk
you're
about them.
a fucking dirty liar.
So now I'm reading Detective Conan as it comes out. I just said fuck it and just started picking up around the issues where they talk about Ran and Shinichi's past and how they first met, which was adorable because they met in kindergarten and just
I don't doubt it.
some adorable stuff happens. I'll save that one for later. I talked about Uzumaki. One Piece, I'm reading it as it comes out now. I think I talked about that before.
No, you told me that in person.
Okay, yeah, so I'm reading it as it comes out now. They're finally on the new island. They finally got away from Dressrosa. Now they're on a island where there's animal people called minks. And I'm just like, God damn it, I don't want this, but whatever, I'll keep reading. Because the interesting thing right now is, besides this new island, is something's up with Sanji, where his wanted poster now doesn't say dead or alive. It just says bring him alive. He's also missing right now. Like, we don't know where he is, and there might be a past connection on this new island with him. So it's going to be interesting with that. Reading Toriko, caught up on that. Crazy stuff's going on in that. I don't even want to explain it because you guys will be just like, what the fuck? Food Wars.
More importantly, Food Wars.
Still fantastic.
So hungry, Justin.
Good. I'm going to talk about these food that they're making right now. Now, there's some new... Erina's father, which is pretty much the main chick, if in a way, in the manga, her father shows up. He kind of takes over the school and changes everything to the point where tests really don't matter anymore.
War has changed.
Yes, it has. Tests don't matter. Clubs are going to get shut down because he wants everybody to be equal. So if here's this recipe that somebody made, it's one of the best recipes in chicken. Everybody's going to be able to make this one recipe. No worries. There you go. So there's no more freedom to make what you want. So there's obviously two sides to that, and
He's
they're
taking
trying
the
to stop
art
it.
out of culinary mastery.
There you go. There you go. And yeah, obviously there are people that do not like it. Obviously there's people that do like it, and that's the top 10 of the school, which I talked about before. Those people have more say in it than even the dean does, and what happens at the school and all that. So it's very interesting. I'm still liking it a lot. It's if you like food, you should definitely read it.
I might watch it.
You should definitely watch it.
Okay.
That's definitely how to get into it as well, because it's verbatim what happens in the manga too. Like, they don't really cut anything out.
Mm-hmm.
Just how the anime ends is kind of like there's still more to this. What's gonna happen next? And
So it's like a cliffhanger.
very like we're in the middle of a competition. We're about to see like the semifinals and all that. Nope, nope, nope. We're not going to show that yet. So I'm hoping there's a second season because what happens after it is good. Like I actually like it more than what happened in the beginning and in the anime. So yeah, I highly recommend it. I'm going to keep saying that,
Okay.
especially if you like food.
Okay.
Um, And how I'm reading most of these, like One Piece, Toriko, Food Wars, not Detective Conan, but those three are I'm actually reading the weekly Shonen Jump. Um,
Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't even know they made Shonen Jump still.
it's digital.
Okay.
So every Monday it comes out. They have the newest chapters of manga. One Punch Man showed up a couple times. That's why I was kind of like, I don't know if I want to read it or not, um, or when to jump into it. Um, but that's where those are, and that's where I'm reading them from, as well as whatever else comes out. Like they do some new manga each couple weeks. The new one they're doing right now is called Buddy Strike, which is a baseball one. So I
So you're into it because it's
so I decided
sports.
to pick that one up and start reading that one just in that weekly. It might only make it like 3 or 4 weeks, but I'm just reading that for as it's showing up on there. Um, it's fun. It's actually nice to read it like this because I'm also getting into want to read other manga. Um, one being My Hero Academia, which just got announced for an anime,
Mm.
and it's another one of those superhero animes where it's like kids who have these superpowers and go into a school on superpowers and stuff like that. Um,
On superpowers or like
yeah,
on drugs?
well, it's definitely superpowers.
Okay.
Definitely superpowers. So I want to read that. The problem is I'm trying to figure out when to jump in because they're in the middle of an arc when I started reading it by this. Um, oh, right. Before I actually get to the last two things, Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc V is also in there.
Fuck
It's a
you.
monthly thing, and
Fuck you.
it's actually like
Don't.
weird.
Don't. All right. I was gonna
I'm
say.
gonna talk. No, I'm gonna talk
Don't
about
say
it.
it's good. Don't. 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 Don't fucking bring this shit on
He
here. All
wants to
right.
say it so much.
It's good. All right.
Fuck you.
Um,
Hey, Justin. Fuck you.
so screw card games on motorcycles, screw actually just having that dual disc thing and playing on there. No, they're playing on there while also running around like Legends of the Hidden Temple gut style, trying to grab some other cards, and it's amazing.
What the fuck?
As soon as I saw that,
How do they like set that up? Like how do they be like also now the card game you have to run an obstacle course in order to get your cards.
no, it's still the card game. So the playing field, think of it as like Shadow Realm meets the holograms. So it's like actual physical like mountains and stuff like that. They're still playing the card game via their dual disc, but
Okay.
at least in the manga, because they won't be able to do it in real life, there are special cards that just show up in that area that you can get, which will also help you. Like they can go to your hand. It's weird, but in order to get to the cards, you have to run like through the stuff while they're getting attacked and stuff.
I
And it's
really don't like the
pretty
idea of
insane.
having to be physically fit in order to be good at a card game.
Well, that's why this will never happen. But it's just funny to watch because it's just like this is completely different. It's actually
Yu-Gi-Oh's
enjoyable to
real,
watch.
Justin. You
It's
can't take
real.
this away from me.
I won't. You're gonna have to run around and grab cards. But
Do the dual discs look cool at least?
I forget. The problem, again, the only reason why I forget is it comes out monthly. Like, it's a monthly manga, so there's only 3 chapters so far. And we were supposed to get one this week, but it's going to be in this week's issue. So that's the problem with that. Like, I sort of remember the characters, but that's only because of the PS4 game. um,
Sure. All right.
which is on
But
sale at the time of this recording because I'm staring at it.
you should buy it
Yeah,
now.
you're gonna buy it, aren't you?
Yeah, pretty much.
Um, I'll save the last one for the end. Huh? 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 Huh?
All right.
No. Okay.
No one else
So
knows what it is yet, so
I
that
know that's going to be the better part because then they'll be like, "Oh, see, I'm planning this all out." Alex.
playing mind games with our listeners.
I'll try to be quick with this. It all depends on Nep. So I've read some more JoJo's Bizarre Adventures, Part 5. Um, I
And
it's good. I like it a lot because it's a gangster, like Italian mafia uh, story to it. The characters are interesting. I'm still trying to learn their names because they throw like 10 at you at once. Um, but where I'm at now is I met Trish. I know who Trish is. I won't say who, but I met Trish. Um, and I just saw Aerosmith for the first time. Uh, so that's where I'm at.
Okay, so question about the translation.
What?
Uh, did
See,
you
told you
get
guys.
did you get the new translation? Because when I was reading, uh, pretty much about the halfway point wasn't translated, so I had to go back to the old one, and it was and there was like about 3 or 4 chapters completely missing entirely.
No, they have them all. At least from what I noticed and where I'm reading them from, they have like every part up to date. So,
Okay,
and
because yeah,
seems like I'm not. I can't read this one in color anymore because for some reason like it exploded and there's like they're not there anymore.
okay, because
Um,
yeah, like 4 and 5 were translated really bad at first, and so somebody went back and like did all 4 and was doing 5 when I was reading it.
yeah, I read 4 all in color. Um, so that was nice. Actually, no, I didn't. They didn't have the last like 2 volumes in color. Um, but part 5 seems fine. I don't see any problems. I mean, unless
Okay,
like some
because
names are wrong, like I haven't noticed anything like crazily out there.
okay, because yeah, because Part 5's old translation wasn't that bad. Part 4's old translation was fucking awful. Like it was almost basically putting a translation in a translator text and publishing that. Like it was noticeably bad, where 5 wasn't so much noticeably bad.
Yeah, so I don't know. I think it's fine. I like it. Um,
quick question.
yes.
Greg hated this, right? JoJo's
He
Bizarre
did
Adventure.
not like the anime,
Nope.
and that was the first 2 parts too.
I was
Part
just
1 and Part
curious
2.
why.
It,
It's Greg.
it's Greg, and I can actually totally imagine him not liking Part 1 and 2. But once they introduced stands, which I don't remember if you were there when you probably were. We talk about JoJo like every month.
Yeah, I was there for
But
some of it.
the stands are kind of like a part of them. There are an invisible person with superpowers. So you get them fighting stands and stands instead of person and person. And it
Mhm.
has like crazy abilities like fire and like wind and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Um,
I
and
mean
it
this
just
one's
gets
been on my
more to that.
list for a while, so I just want to know why Greg didn't like it, so I can just erase that from my memory when I actually watch it.
I forget what he said though. That's the problem. The problem that I have, at least again, I got into it from people, and I just wanted to watch it from what they were saying about it.
Hmm.
And watching it and like seeing it and reading it, I can't imagine why uh, the reasons why someone would not like it.
Okay.
Because it's a typical shonen anime, but with crazy fights and like insanity everywhere.
Yeah, I mean that's what I
Like
took away from it. So
like if you don't want to see like probably one of the best shonen uh, anime or manga, and you don't want to see crazy action like totally out there fights, then you won't like it. Like that's the most I can get away from it.
okay.
But
If you
that's what
don't like creativity. and actually trying to do something different.
I like that approach more.
Yeah, that's another way to look at it too. Like it's very creative. Like like once it gets to the stands,
Yeah.
there are stands where they're sort of the same. Like I already seen one where the guy can kind of make you not move when you're touching stuff, which is
Mhm.
sort of controlling time in a way. Um, but like you're gonna get those where it's some are gonna be sort of the same. Like,
Mhm.
but at the same time, they're still different because there's toy soldiers. Someone has toy soldiers and tanks and stuff like that as a stand, and then now in part five, there's someone that's sort of like that, not with a whole army, but with just a plane that flies around, and
It's a fucking plane.
it's very interesting. And again, it's hard to remember what Greg said about it, to why he
That's
wouldn't
fine.
like it.
I was just curious.
But like, I would say what he does not like about it is probably the only reason I could see someone not liking it. Whatever it was.
Like he was complaining something about the actual fighting of it.
And the characters. I think he said something about the characters, but I don't remember. Again, I don't remember.
Greg's probably listening to this as
He
he's
probably is watching
editing the
right
show,
now.
just fucking like furious.
No, you know he's probably watching.
No, he's
Watching it
not.
live.
I can see who.
well,
I didn't tweet out the link, so
he has to
No?
edit this, so he will
yeah,
listen.
he's gonna listen to this,
Yeah,
and
true.
he's probably fucking furious.
Hey, like I said, whatever. I don't remember. Like, I want to know why somebody wouldn't like it, and I'm trying to remember why he didn't like it. But part five, I like it a lot. Um,
Cool.
right now, part four is still my favorite. I like the whole Italian mafia aspect of this. Um, but I want to kind of see a little bit more of it. I've seen most of the characters now um, in their stands, so
All right. Well, I think it's time to end your list. Huh?
it is, huh? Huh?
Huh?
So the manga I'm reading is also monthly. Only the first chapter is out so far. The new one's probably gonna come out probably tomorrow, as of this recording, or
Oh, chill. All right,
2 days
chill.
from now. But it is from the makers of Death Note. Artist and writer, I believe, are both. The art looks exactly the same. It's called Platinum End. And the story from the one chapter so far is a guy named Mirai goes to kill himself by falling off of a building, and an angel named Nase, I think is how it's pronounced, saves him and asks him to have the ability to do one of two things by taking these two rings, one that goes around his neck and one that goes around his wrist. Can't be seen by humans, but by other people that get contracted by these angels.
Mm-hmm.
One of them gives him the ability to fly anywhere and be free. So he actually gets wings to fly somewhere. The other is to make anybody fall in love with him.
Hmm.
And
What's the
how it
catch?
plays, yes. So how that plays out, again, it's only the first chapter, and I don't want to spoil it, but it's really cool. So he goes home with these abilities. He actually gets both somehow. I won't say how. It's not really crazy how he gets them, but he gets both, and it kind of makes him look at life differently now,
Mm-hmm.
and not want to really die anymore. And there's this other arcing story to it, why this angel has given him these powers. Um, and so with the loved one, he goes back to his uncle and aunt. He finds out that they kind of used him to get his family's fortune. So
Fucked up.
yeah, and he's orphan. He moved to them because they died. He finds out by making the aunt love him that she starts telling him everything. Like, tell me what happened to my parents. And she just goes off because he loves him too much now. So she starts saying, yes, we killed your parents so we can get money. We made their car blow up just so we can get this money. And then the uncle comes in and gets mad and starts beating her and stuff like that. And she's getting like freaking flipping out about this because obviously he didn't know what happened to him except for that the car crashed.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden she's like, I wish you would just die. And then all of a sudden she grabs a knife, cuts her throat, and kills herself.
This is some crazy shit's going on.
Yeah. And again, that's just...
He did this without the Death Note?
Yes.
Are you sure the Death Note's not in this?
I am pretty sure.
Okay.
And then after that, it goes to why the angel is doing what she's doing, and it's because God wants to find an heir to take over, and he sends 13, I think, 13 angels? 12 angels?
Light
Something.
wants a successor?
Yes, he does. A certain amount of angels go out, and like some of them like kind of don't want to do it. They don't care, some of the angels, and then the one that goes to Mirai is like, I want to become the God's like second right-hand man because I want to be the best. And so there's other angels out there. There's probably going to be more than just those because obviously some of them don't want to do it. So we're probably going to see those other angels, those other people, and what they're using those powers for. Yeah, this is going to be amazing.
It sounds interesting. Like
it feels so long since I read that first chapter. I want the second chapter already. This months are going to be really long between these chapters, but it's going to be very interesting just to see how they use both those powers, because those are the only two he has, is flight and to make everybody love each other. So now how are they going to incorporate those more into the overall story and becoming God by the end of it, possibly?
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah,
hopefully there are other characters that add like a layer of intrigue. I think that was the best part about Death Note, was kind of like the interactions between multiple characters.
Yeah, and that's where I think those other angels are going to come into it. The other angels are going to find the other people, and they're going to go to those people, and then they're going to eventually interact with each other. And their ideals on how they want to make... I think the whole thing, too, is they want to make the world better, is what the angels are trying to do. Find someone who will make the world better.
Yeah.
So finding out how these people are going to make the world better are going to be very, very interesting.
Probably not Light.
No, definitely like Light. And the thing is, again, art style, Mirai kind of looks like Light a little bit.
Yeah, I'm looking at the mangas right now.
So Light wants a successor that looks like Light.
Yes.
You need to chill, Nev. All right, cool. Well, that's it. We're going to stop talking about regular anime now. Unless... No, you're done. I decided you're done.
I'm done. Yeah, I'm done.
You're just...
That was the end.
Platinum end. Dun, dun,
Dun,
dun,
dun, dun.
The Trinity.
We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we're going to talk about Hell Girl,
Woo!
which was Justine's pick. Then we'll end the show. All right? So
That
we'll be
sounds like a
back.
plan.
We'll be back in just a little bit. Now we're on break. That's my just a little bit cutoff, is when you know we're on break.
Sounds good.
Greg. All right. I have probably about 20 minutes.
All right, let's do this.
So I can go pee, and then I'll be right back, and then we can crack this bitch open. Just get your mind, your body, and your butt ready.
It's ready.
I'll be back.
Oh, man. Next episode is going to be hell. Nep.
But this is the hell episode.
I know. I mean, literally I put all my anime that I'm watching for this season on the next episode. And I'm not going to talk about anything else besides those animes. Since I kind of talked about the manga and all that stuff, so.
I should
Also-
actually open up that doc.
You should. Also, did you type your next time yet?
Yeah.
Okay, you did. Um, yeah. So I did put Die Ranger on the next, the November one,
Oh
because
shit.
I watched more. I finally saw the White Ranger. Did I tell you about that?
Is he really that short?
Yes.
Oh my god.
And they do the same thing. Like the first time he transforms, oh man, I feel like I'm growing, and then that's
Are
all.
you serious?
Yep, yep.
Oh my god.
uh, Also, the sword is freaking hilarious. Like he is amazing.
Oh,
Like
it's
he talks a lot more. Um, yeah, we'll talk about it next episode. But I definitely watched more, and it's growing on me more. But that's it took a little while, but yeah, it's finally growing on me.
okay. I should actually throw stuff onto here.
Damn it! I just ended up my eyes gravitating towards the next time. Pretty good, Nip. Pretty good. I like it.
But yeah, I kinda only watched 3 episodes, so you kinda
God
want out.
damn it. Nip. Nip. God damn it. Alex, I know you're there.
What?
I
Yell at Nip.
I meant to watch more, but yeah.
But because you had 3 months to watch it, you couldn't get the time to do
All
it.
right, here's a suggestion. Here's an idea. Here's an idea. Oh my god! Look at this! Look at this camera situation.
Nice chairs back there and stuff.
Yeah, that's where people sit. You like it? You like the
Ooh.
anyway? Here's a suggestion or an idea. What we could do is, and like, stop me if I'm getting too crazy. We could take this second half, and you guys could talk about the other anime you've been watching.
You mean me?
I mean,
I'm gonna be talking about Hellgirl because I'm the one who watched it.
uh, this is my idea, Justin. No, the other anime you've been watching, and then
Okay.
the next episode we do, we'll not record the second episode today. Next episode we all get our shit together and watch the 2 anime that we were supposed to watch, and then we get all of us together and actually just do a double feature episode of us talking about the anime that we were supposed to watch, and not talk about the anime that we did watch.
So we saved the anime of the month for
For
31.
October, no, or well, how about again? I like that idea.
That way, like, we're supposed to
So
watch an anime together and then talk about it, so that way we can still do that. Because I know Greg's watched it, and like I want to watch it, I just haven't had time. And Nep has watched some; he just wanted to watch more.
so our November episode will literally just be a two-part episode of Hellgirl
Yeah,
and Eating of the East.
yeah,
Okay, that's fine with me.
yeah. I think that's the best of both worlds. Then we can get Greg on to actually talk about the anime that he talked about, and he doesn't get to talk about the other anime he's been watching. He can just talk about his fucking pick for the month and deal with it.
And
Um,
then we'll put it off a little bit longer because I'm assuming that'll be next week.
Yeah, we can do next week or the week after.
Next
Either.
week would be great because we want to get these out
Yeah,
because I know December. I already know what you're picking up. It's a short anime, so it's
Yeah,
only
just
it's only like a 12 episode anime, so that helps. But
um,
I didn't say it to you because it's been so long since we did it. But December is our anime of the year episode.
that's true. Our
yeah.
anime of the year
So
episode.
we finally got around to making it so it's December now. and this is what I was talking about with Nep, so we can talk about it live. For all those people watching, they get to know the scoop.
Scoops.
So that anime, the anime of the year episode will be December's, and it will be from January to December that year. So I know we skipped a good amount of it because we tried to make it so it is December, and get a full year of it. But there's two lists, like we did that first time. The top 5 anime you watched, so like the anime you watched on your own from this year's anime season, stuff like that, or even the animes we watched as one of them.
Yeah, and the top 5 anime we watched.
And then there's the top 5 anime we watched, where it was the 12 animes we watched. What's your top 5 favorite? So
yeah, that's fair. I think that'll be fine. Plus, last year we just did that in place of talking about the shows we've been watching. So that way, in the new year, when we have time off, we'll all be able to come back and talk about a whole bunch of different shows.
Yeah, and I was going to say we can include the ones that we did do in that half a year or so. What was it, Nep? We talked about last week. Like we did,
I'm
when
gonna
we
put.
did.
I'm
It
gonna
was
definitely put like a Yu-Gi-Oh on there.
it's
Yeah, it's
we
what we watched in the past year. That's how we've always done.
Oh, the
Looking
ones
Back
we
at
watched
the-
together.
yeah.
Yeah.
So the last time we did it was episode 12, which was our year. But then I was like, maybe we should just make it like
It
December,
got super confusing.
because that would get super confusing. Yes, it would make sense. Every 12 episodes we would talk about it, but then that would be like the middle of the year. And then it would be like, well, I guess we liked that anime last year. So doing it in December, we literally, it's episode 13 to 32.
Yeah.
20 episodes of anime, so it's just like, well, we'll just do from this year, and that's it. Like, whatever we watched in those years, we talked about it, we liked it. I love Terraform Mars. I wish that was going to be on my list, but
Also, like an alternative is that Greg could cut if we do record in a week and we do the anime of the month segments. Greg could cut that and just put both of those segments at the end of the 2 segments we record today. It's not too hard. I could probably help him edit it if he needed it. So, also.
But no, I was going to say, I do like the other option. Next week, if Greg can get internet or whatever, and we can watch those.
He should be moved in by the end of, like, by the middle of this week. So I mean, he has a home. He just hasn't moved in yet.
But yeah, if we can get you two to watch Hellgirl, and I guess, I don't know who watched Eden of the East yet. But yeah, like that could be our episode. Like
Yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty sure in that week I can talk again right now. Once we go to the next one, I could talk about the rest of my anime from this season.
Yeah.
And then I won't have to really talk about it next week.
And Nep, I assume you have stuff that you just didn't talk about because you wanted to save it for the other show.
Yeah, I just submitted stuff.
But I have to go in 10 minutes, so we can either get this started or I can just relinquish it to you. I'm still going to record the next time thing. I told Greg I'm going to just start recording this separately and just send him the audio file so he can just drop it in.
Okay.
So don't worry about that. It's written, so it'll be fine. So do you want me to bring it back and then after 10 minutes I'll just go? Or do you want...
Well, that's up to you. I don't know how easy that would be for Greg.
I mean, it'd be easier if I just disappeared during the break for Greg, if you want,
Yeah, I mean, I want to make it easier for Greg. I don't even think we still got episode. What episode? Oh, we don't even get episode 29 out yet. I don't even know.
Yeah,
Do we?
he's almost done 29. 28's done. I just have to put it up. So, and going forward, it'll be easier for him to edit those episodes because I helped him set something up.
Yeah, it'll be very nice. I'm hoping that this December episode we can at least get out in December. Not praying for much there, but it would be nice if we can start getting back on track.
I'll talk to Greg about maybe helping him edit an episode or two. Probably just an episode, just so I can help him get it out.
Because I'm trying to think, who's next after Nep? It's you, right, Alex? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm January, I think.
Yeah. I think so.
All right.
So
Do we even acknowledge that we're doing this for the show, or do we just pretend it's all spliced in together already?
I would acknowledge that you're doing something crazy for the show, and we'll figure it out as we go along.
yeah, no, well, no, I'll explain it. I mean, it's live now, so people are getting our thoughts on it anyways,
Yeah.
if they're watching it like
Yeah, only
this.
if they watch the video version though.
But audio-wise, yes, we'll just say for November's episode, since just complications and anime watching, and literally with us three, I was the only one that watched it, Hellgirl. For November's episode, we will talk about both of them as both segments, and maybe Greg will talk about his anime in the first part. So we might have 3 breaks or something like that, but that's what November's episode will be.
Okay.
I will. I'll say something about that.
All right, Greg, I'm going to stop recording now, which means you have so much to look forward to. And we're sorry. Guess what? When you're not here, we're making executive decisions.
This is our podcast now.
We have commandeered this show.
He's yelling at us right now, calling for mutiny.
All right. I've stopped recording. I will get my audio to Greg in a responsible manner.
All right, and
You
yeah,
two,
we'll take over the show.
yeah.
Oh, so now nobody knows what Alex just said. Oh my God, Alex, what the fuck?
Yeah, right. What
Yeah,
the?
it's not-
Hey, come on.
What was that, Alex? What are you calling Greg? That's not cool.
Actually, would the video so capture your voice?
The video.
Yes.
Fuck!
But like this is gonna get cut out of the audio, so Greg will
So
get a kick out of it.
I was gonna say, what are we gonna do with the living thing? Are we just gonna get cut off of that? I guess
I don't know.
because you'll leave.
Someone should inherit the broadcast, but
Well, it was Greg. He was doing it, but then he's gone. So
I think it'll just it'll like go for a little while longer and then stop.
great,
Well,
because if it does go to one of us, I don't think any of us know how to cancel it or where the hell to go for that.
If all of you leave the hangout, it would end automatically. But there's just a big orange button that says stop broadcast. So
Okay, so hopefully one of us gets that button.
hopefully,
And if it's
if
Nep,
not,
then we
it'll
know.
go for like 30 minutes until
Okay.
I come back, which I won't. So then it'll just stop after a certain amount of time.
Okay.
All right. Good luck, you two. Good luck. Have Batman. I'm gonna go to work now. Bang.
Have fun.
I will.
Bye.
No, continue broadcast. Stop. No, let me leave.
My arm's getting tired.
Let me leave.
I guess you do have to cancel
I guess
it.
you do have to stay. Sorry.
Well, but
Okay. So yeah, it's still live. Do we have any buttons before we actually continue? Do you have an orange button?
I have nothing.
Okay.
Nothing new.
So then I guess we got 30 minutes of liveness. We got this.
Okay. This is
Um,
interesting.
All right. Well,
Well, all that's going to Sentai. Oh, shit. All right. Okay, I'm not muted.
oh crap. Crap,
What?
crap, 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 crap.
What?
Stop. Stop your recording.
Are you
Save
serious?
Yeah.
What?
I hope this didn't get messed up here.
Okay, I'm stopping my recording then.
I hope this did not get. I'm saving mine right now. Because what happened was my headset, if it's still. I don't know how well you can hear me.
I can hear you
So
fine.
my headset got bumped a little bit, and it stopped the recording of mine. And then I pressed record to just like kind of keep it going, and now it's starting to overwrite what I was doing. But luckily, it was only the first 6 seconds when we were just
Oh
bullshitting.
my god.
So I am going to save it right now, and I'm gonna just play it.
This should be
And
weird.
we will. I'm sorry, Greg, ahead of time. You have to. I'll
hear
say
this
it when we record the next one, but live wise, yeah, I'm sorry, Greg. That was my fault. I'm gonna save that.
Oh, I should have called this like part 1. Damn it.
Yeah, I should have done that too.
I just call the next one part 2.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna play. Yep, there's my oh crap. Cool. Why did we so crap?
This will be weird.
All right, we're still good. I think well, since we're uploading the MP3, he'll still get the MP3. Um, but at least the first like 5-6 seconds is gonna be stupid stuff. So we are still good. We're still good.
Okay.
We just need to. Obviously, we need to do some stuff here. All right. Now all my icons moved around too. God damn it. All right. Let's get Audacity running here. And let me get it up and come on. All right. You ready, Nep?
Yeah.
On 1, 3, 2, 1.
Okay. And
I'm
here
sorry, Greg.
is yeah.
I am sorry. My dongle for my headset got hit and it stopped the recording because it didn't recognize any audio devices anymore. So we kind of stopped. We have to make this into 2 parts. At least you'll know which one's Alex's and all that stuff. So
Yeah, Alex doesn't exist for part 2.
yeah, so we got that at least. So let's, I guess, start with the show. You got since we have at least the recorded of the part of what's going to happen now with the episode. So I know, Nep knows. Alex has no idea what I'm saying right now. It's gone. So I guess we can start now, Nep. Do you want to bring us back in?
No.
All right, we're back. Thanks, Nep, for that wonderful welcome back. So for this second half of the show, if you couldn't have guessed, Alex is not here anymore. That's why I brought us in to this wonderful podcast that is a train wreck. So what we're doing now is, since Alex did not watch the show and he had to leave, Nep only watched a couple episodes, and Greg actually watched the show, but he is not here. So we are going to hold off on Hellgirl for this episode. What the plan's going to be now is, since Greg's not here and we're going to be talking about the rest of the anime that we've watched, because I didn't touch on it, Nep didn't touch on some of the stuff he hasn't done.